Hey, this is Mike Vilsich with Equity Real Estate, and I wanted to warn you about some of the lies about solar panels. Okay. Now, first of all, I want you to understand I'm not totally against solar panels. If you want to get solar panels to help the environment, things like that, that's great. And I think that's wonderful. Go ahead and do it. But you need to listen to these lies because we're getting into spring season. You're going to get all the solar sales guys, the college kids who are looking for some summer money, and they're going to be coming around knocking in your doors selling solar systems, and they've got some lies that they're telling you. And I've even confronted them about this and asked them about it, and they admit that some of the stuff they're telling you is not true. Lie number one, that solar panels are going to add significant value to your property. It's a lie. Okay, maybe for the right buyer that is specifically interested in having solar panels and things like that, they might be willing to pay a little extra because you've got solar panels. But an appraiser doesn't add value because of solar panels, and typically they're not adding, and especially they're not adding the $30, $40, $50,000 in value that you're paying for these systems above what the other values of the neighborhood are. So doesn't add significant value to your property when you add solar panels. Number two, it's easy to transfer a loan for your solar panels to the new homeowner. Now, while the transfer may be easy, this is kind of a half truth, okay? The transfer may be easy, but what's not easy is now you've got this additional loan, and most home buyers, their debt to income ratio is pretty tight already. And so if the bank that they're trying to get the mortgage from sees now that you've got this additional loan that you're adding that's got $20,000 or $30,000 still left on the mortgage pay or on the payments for the solar panels, maybe now all of a sudden you're not going to qualify for that mortgage loan. And so while it's easy for the loan for the solar panel to transfer to the new homeowner may not be able to be the new homeowner because they can't get the mortgage because of that loan. So you probably have to count on, from the equity you have in your home, paying off those solar panels. Okay, so that's just something you have to think about too. The other thing is it does add significantly to the cost of replacing your roof. So here's something you need to look at. If you're having solar panels put on, and let's say that your roof is already 15 to 20 years old, and maybe you've got 5 to 10 years left on it, it's going to cost you anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to have the solar panels carefully removed and reinstalled after the new roof is put on. And so you may have to consider that before they put those new solar panels on, if your roof is old enough, you may have to put a new roof on before you do that, or you're going to acquire extra costs down the road. And so just something to think about there. Now, here's the other thing. What is the lifespan of a solar panel? Lifespan of a solar panel is 20 to 30 years on average. That's kind of what they market. Now, they say that some will last as long as 50 years, but that's kind of like furnaces and water heaters and stuff like that. You know, they're going to tell you that, it might, if you take really good care of your furnace, it might last 30 years. But the manufacturer's telling you that it's worth 20, you know. So this is the same thing with solar panels. They're going to guarantee it for 20 to 30 years. That's it. Okay. It might last longer than that. But how long is your loan then? If you're getting a loan, the average loan is anywhere from 15 to 25 years. So here's one of the things they're telling you. You're going to save all sorts of money on your electric bills. Well, while you're not going to be paying as much on your electric bills because of the solar panels, you still have that payment for the solar panel for 15 to 25 years, which works out to be about the same as what you would be paying for your electricity anyway. And now you're doing it for 15 to 25 years. And so now, let's say that it's 20 years. Let's just use the middle. Let's say that it's 20 years that you've got that loan, and your solar panels are going to have to be replaced in 20 to 30 years. So for most of the lifetime of the solar panels, you are not saving money because you're paying the money for the solar panels. And if it does last for 30 years, good. Then you got the benefit for 10 years after making payments for as much as 20 years. Just some things to really be careful for. Like I say, I'm not against solar panels, but if you're going to do it, I have had so many homes where people have gotten the solar panels, they're really excited, and now they need to sell their home, and they're going, what? We got to pay that off? We got to pay that? There was one that it was a $60,000 loan They ended up walking away with no equity on their home because no buyers were wanting to assume that $60,000 loan. So just be very, very careful if you're going to do solar panels. If you want to save the environment, great, but it's not necessarily a great money-saving thing. It's not adding value to your property, and it's not going to make it's not an easy way to sell your home, okay? If you can't transfer it really easily. So just wanted to give you these tips so that when these guys come knocking on your door, you can ask them these very, very good questions. And if you are interested in getting solar panels, but you want to ask some more questions to me about how it affects your value and how it affects your home, feel free to call me, 801-633-3216, and I look forward to talking to you soon.